Two updates coming up on Pinax TV. Breaking news reaching us right now indicates that the Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, Professor Kwamna Frimpong Boateng, has sued Captain Smart a sum of 2 million Ghana cedis. This is a serious case. He has sued Captain Smart together with one of Captain Smart's accomplices, whose name is Solomon K.A. Owusu, a sum of 2 million Ghana cedis. We'll give you more updates on that particular. And also coming up in the news, Choco, a very popular town here in Accra. Now, it is a place or a ground for homosexuality, gays and lesbians operate. There is a if you go there, if you live in that particular town, now it's no news. You see gays walking around. The keys, two guys, two ladies. It's so bad. We have an update on how the situation is getting out of hand at Choco here in Accra. Let's start off with the issue of the moment, which is gradually taking a shape here in Ghana. When we talk about Captain Smart, he's one of Ghana's biggest radio personality or radio host. He hosts a show at Adum 106.3 FM every morning. Yes, he hosts it's a Jason Sem, yes, on Adum FM. And like every morning on his show, he has a particular show where he gives or he brings some sort of new expose out. So he does some kind of research into corrupt politicians and people who are trying to rip Ghana's system off. We are talking about pastors, people in the public service, people who are working at companies, who are bribing people, who are doing certain things which does not go in conformance with the law. So Captain Smart, for some time now, have been hitting on the Minister of Environment, Science and Technology that he has been using his public influence for bad purposes. Captain Smart also said that this particular minister is fake and is corrupt. Certain projects being the government minister the minister has taken the money and he's using it for his own purpose. Captain Smart even came on live radio to bring documents to attach his claims that this is what is going on, and he used one man whose name is Solomon K.A. Owusu. This is the man that we are showing the picture on the screen. His name is Solomon K.A. Owusu. He used him as an evidence. This particular Solomon K.A. Owusu lives in the United States of America. So Captain Smart has been going about all of this, that the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, whose name is Professor Kwamna Frimpong Boateng, is a corrupt person, and then he gave out many exposes about how the man is using his office for his personal gains or need girls to kind project be or why the man and could discount what this kind. So Captain Smart was saying all of that, and then this minister said that no, all of these things that they are saying about him is not true. Pamno Chano, this is bad. This does not go in conformance with the law. If Ubiaye Bibi Bonia, what you have to do as a person is that you need to take the person to court so they try the person and deal with the person. So because of that, the Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, whose name is Professor Kwamna Frimpong Boateng, has sued Captain Smart, who is a presenter at Adum 106.3 FM, and his accomplice, whom Captain Smart was saying that he is the person who is going to serve as an evidence as on original owner in some question this particular Solomon K. Owusu, Captain Smart accomplice. Captain Smart was saying he is the person who was there when all of these things was happening. The minister have sued the two of them a sum of 2 million Ghana cedis, and this is what is happening. This is what even makes the case a bigger one. This particular Captain Smart accomplice, whose name is Solomon K.A. Owusu, he lives in the United States of America. In the assembly, no Ghana has say, meaning you track them very much to know, say, okay, you want to sue them at that point in time, more Ghana, say, Ghana and Brown, a bit show my each now. So, because of that, the man came down to have some holidays, and the minister quickly, went to the court and also filed a police complaint, and then, they sent a court rate to them that they should appear before court because the Minister of Environment, Science and Technology and also Innovation, Professor Kwamna Frimpong Boateng, is suing Captain Smart and the man who came from the United States of America a sum of 2 million Ghana cedis. Now, the minister is also saying, per the statement that we had from his lawyers this morning, is that these two people talking about Captain Smart and then Solomon K. Owusu, the minister further went on to say every damage or every expense that he will make in regards to the court case, his lawyers, the attorneys, anybody anybody that or any course he will make, bringing people on board, so be DSM. A cano or fan to Captain Smart and as Solomon K. Owusu, because they have brought this particular bad image on him. In the case, no but also be clear on cause behind these two people should bear it. Also, he has put an injunction on them. Sir, court where a case where Captain Smart cannot travel out of the country. The same thing applies to Solomon K. Owusu. He cannot even travel out of the United States of America. Since or Ghana or for US nearby now. What the lawyers are saying, with the rates, court rates, they are saying that they should, put some kind of jurisdiction, or they should limit this particular man, Solomon K. Owusu, from traveling, even though he came from the US. Now, Omundi case ni we. Also, they want him to pay a sum of 2 million Ghana cedis. They want him to use that particular money as a deposit if he really wants to travel out of the country. So, this is one of the biggest cases here in Ghana. And then, per the information we are getting, this particular minister is MPP bigwig. And if things does not go on well, Captain Smart will have a very, very, very big trouble looming ahead and have a very big answer to make, because this particular minister is saying that Captain Smart have accused him of being corrupt and using his public for contracts and to enrich himself. This is a very strong allegation right there. So far we've not got anything from Adom 106.3 FM. The company itself is multimedia. We don't know what they are going to say to this, but then information we are getting is that just 6 April we are, that is God willing Monday or so, the court is calling the case, so Captain Smart will go to court together with the same thing of this Solomon K. Owusu, and this is because the Minister of Science and Technology, Professor Kwabena Frimpong, is suing this particular Captain Smart and Solomon K. Owusu for coming out to say so corrupt and indulging in other bad activities here in Ghana. So this is currently what. Moving on to another case here in Ghana, this particular case is something which is turning into one of a taboo, or something which we don't really usually see here in Ghana. I'm talking about the fact that sex in the open now has now become so much prevalent here in Ghana. And when we were growing up, as you don't even see two people kissing in public. It was even like but now fast track into 2019, getting to 2020, it's now prevalent. You see kids at more kissing and all of that in the name of Western culture, and I say NBA. There's a town here in Accra. The name of this particular town is Choko. Those of Shatawale's fans will know this particular place, Choko, Mamobi, Nima, and all of their one of the biggest gang communities here in Accra. What I've come to light is that this particular town now is filled with gays and lesbians. This is the case which is going on. This particular town is now filled with gays and lesbians. And if you go to the Choco Lagoon in Sunewa Hona, the people who live in that community are saying, say, every day, you find 2 men, 2 ladies, they are having sex naked. As a bear manna, Ojina bear mechina, say, or bonnet, papa. Having sex, two males having sex, and women, you see them to also having some kind of sex. They are licking themselves and all of that, which is a very bad thing. And they are saying that this thing has been going on for so long. What I said, and very so much prevalent in the Choco community. So the question that they asked the assemblyman was that what brought about all of this, and he's saying that because the community is made up of so many poor folks and who also give birth and their children are poor, a comedy, these lesbians or gay people, they have money, they are rich and powerful. So when they come into the community, they seduce these children with money, or they give them gifts. So in return, they lure them into the act of gayism and the act of lesbianism. So because of that, gays and lesbians, about a cheap way to get money to be a come. So if you go to Choco and also the Choco community, Nima and Mamobi, gay lesbianism is so much rampant. Initially, we saw a video about 2 years ago where a gay and a lesbian party, a very big one, was being organized at Choco, where the leaders of that, the elders of that community came out to, say that thing cannot go on. So they put some sort of a taboo. Say, well, be bold, and I say, so it stopped the gayism act and the lesbianism act for some time. But say, dear, in conformity, so I say, gayism and lesbianism is getting so rampant, and as we said earlier on, now it's getting out of hand because a puano krana two men are having sex, two ladies are having sex, which does not portray the goodness of our culture. Some people have the view is that this gayism and lesbianism is just time. What it's just time. Sana can't it mean shady shot in piano. Say a bit more shape because it be a time. So perhaps a time is coming now. We are going to have gayism and lesbianism being legalized here in Ghana. So it's just like a kind of transition that Ghana is getting. The angel, let it happen, because even the Bible said these kind of acts will be prevalent. So let us know what you think. If you think gayism and lesbianism really have a place here in Ghana, following say right now information we are getting from Choco indicates say gayism and lesbianism is currently on the rise. Two people, two gays and two lesbians. Every time they're having sex in the community open and influencing other people to also come in that particular act. Follow our news more by subscribing to our channel on Pinax TV. Subscribe to our channel if you are new here, and also visit our website pinaxonline.com for more news.